Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful 2024, and today is January 1st, 2024. So happy new year. If you're watching it today or sometime this month, I guess. If you're watching it later, I hope your learning is going great. So today's topic I wanted to talk about is what is AI? I was actually eating at a restaurant. One of my good friend, he asked me to explain to him what is an AI. And I thought there are many of you who might have the exact same question. The reason I would say I'm not an expert, but I have dabbled with AI quite a bit. I work as a software engineer, kind of more or less, but I deal with software, cybersecurity, and I would say now AI stuff. So I figured I'd give my take on it. Of course, this is going to be very short, probably 10 to 15 minutes. By no means this will give you an entire overview of an AI, but it will give you a really good kind of high level, very high level understanding what AI is. So you can go explain it to your friend and then sound really smart. And here, as you're looking at the screen, I'm going to show you a couple pictures. First one is by Investopedia. It's just simple, right? It's what is an AI, and they give you a definition. Their definition is the simulation of human intelligence by software coded heuristics. This is, I would say, very accurate, but if what else I would add on to it is maybe the software and hardware both needs to work together, right? Because although software is great, but I suspect hardware needs to be included. Like, for example, if you have a Tesla self-driving car and if you only have the software, if the hardware didn't work, you can't go anywhere, right? So those together, right? Even though this portion right now is deals with strictly code, right? It's a code driven. So let's break it down what that really means in today's world. When we talk about human intelligence, so let's take it back, like when we were maybe first build a car, right? Because we wanted to go faster, so that was mechanical. Before that, we were mainly using other species like horses. I mean, we still use horses, camel to move one place to another, right? That ever since humankind, right, we can use tool, whether it's a whatever tool, whatever you want to consider tool is, right? Let's say stick, a tire, to even a cup, right? The coffee cup that we drink coffee or tea is a tool. So AI is, I would say, is another tool that human civilization, we are wanting to use this. The main reason behind it is because we are trying to replace our stuff, meaning let something else do the task that we don't want to do, so that we have more free time to do whatever else that matters to us. Ultimately, that's what this is all about. But currently, right, it's in learning phase, AI, and there are obviously different types of AI. Like one of them you might be familiar with, like ChatGPT. I use that a lot whenever I'm writing an email to people. I use it to either do my grammar check or to sound a little bit more professional, and so on. I even use it to do a little bit of ground level research instead of starting from Google. Now I might be telling ChatGPT, hey, give me this, and based on that, I might get a couple good ideas and start from that. So that's what I'm using primarily, ChatGPT or use of AI. Okay, so let's go back a little bit on this one. Did I mess up? Excuse me. Let me bring one more thing. which is this one. Unless I would say you're going into deep down in AI as a consumer like us, we don't really care about it, long as we have some kind of simple stuff like a terminal or something that we can use, type in, and then we get a result, right? So this one. So most AI, it deals with learning pattern. Like if you haven't noticed, like when you get your iPhone or Google, Android, Samsung phones, right? If you wanna set up your Google Assistant, Alexa Assistant, Siri Assistant, right? They all deal with they're like, hey, speak into the voice, so we can do stuff, automation, right? It's just taking sample of your voice, so based on the command that is programmed, and then it goes and looks for that. Those are form of an AI. Our AI will probably be more developed in next 10 years. I would say we are in barely very early stage. Like next 10 years, just like iPhone, if you look at in 2004 5, right, first generation to now we are in 15th generation, how it has changed, or every year we're getting new generation. Exact same thing will happen in about next 15 years. We will see a lot more precise use of AI. You can either use it, I would say, in your daily life, or you can be scared and not use it. And I would say don't be scared. It's just another tool. AI is here to make all of our life easier. Yes, if you do not adopt, like us as a human, we have to adopt, continuation adoption, and open to newer technology, using newer tools. We don't do that, we will be left behind. So you might as well use it to your advantage. We can use AI to do problem solving, right? Like for instance, you can analyze data. For example, I was looking at my dad's business. He is in restaurant. He has one restaurant. I was looking at our data from 2015 through 2023 yesterday. I looked at every year sale, and I wanted to know how is overall my sale is. I fed it into I had it in Excel. I fed it to ChatGPT. I was like, hey, tell me how am I doing. It produced me bar graph, chart graph, different representation that I can easily consume in my brain, rather than telling someone, oh, we went up by, let's say, $10,000 this year. Oh, 2020 we were down by, let's say, 50,000, right? What does that really mean compared to what, right? So that's problem solving. And it does have different types of AI. Like they have like a general purpose AI, right? That's what your cheap chat GPT is. Or narrow, like for example, like Alexa or Siri. That's more like a very specific types of task that it does. That and it's really good at recognizing things, right? You can feed in a lot of, like, let's say, pictures. Over time it will recognize who's who and what is what. Like, let's say right now I have a Ring at my home. I have set it to only give me alerts when you detect a human being, right? Because most of the stuff, most crime happens when you see human being. So that's what I have, right, at around my home. So yeah, I think that's pretty good explanation as terms of what AI is. Again, think of a task that you do every day, right? Even like driving, right? I suspect in next 10 years we will get better development where automated robot taxi will probably do a lot of heavy lifting so well in trucking and so on, right? But just like in a pilot, right, relies on is code automated system guidance that it has is programmed for different scenario, right? AI is programmed, but the thing is it's also trained on data, so it knows how to respond in different scenarios, and if different scenario does not produce the like output that you want, right, you can tweak it rather than rewriting the entire code, and it will learn from that mistake, and it will continuously try to perform until it gets into newer scenario that it really does not know handle. And as soon as it gets more data, just like us, right? Think of a child, and elementary to middle school to high school to college to getting a job, right? Different scenario, we get programmed differently. So ultimately, that's what we are trying to do. We are trying to build a system that can mimic us and do all of the tasks that we normally do, so we can do other stuff like thinking, doing more, solving actual problem in the world. So that's kind of the, I would say, the mindset or the approach you should be looking at. All right, guys, thank you.